you were running with.
This is the Big Biz Show, the money talk show with less bang for your buck. Here again, Russ T. Nailz and Sully.
That's right. That's right. Big Biz Show, BigBizShow.com. Coming up on the program tomorrow. Got a big day tomorrow, buddy.
Oh, boy. It's going to be my last day of the week.
We got Michael Rosbrook, the Rise Tax Resolution. Oh, that's right, you're gone.
Yeah.
It's all right. We got Amaranthus Biosciences tomorrow. We had him last week. Remember the Parkinson's drug guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that up at the thing? We met him?
No.
On here?
No, on here.
I thought it was at the thing.
Wasn't at the thing.
Did we meet a guy like that at the thing?
Over the thing by the other thing?
Beverly Hills thing.
The other day, yeah.
Hold on.
That's the nanoviricides guy.
That's what I meant.
The nanoviricides.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Rolls right off your tongue.
How'd you get that?
Malignum.
Yeah, molybdenum. That's exactly right. It was molybdenum. Hey, look who's here. Adam Connor. What's up, buddy?
Hey.
C.K. Cooper and Company, of course, investment bankers. Wait, are you right about this natural gas thing, man? I'll tell you what. I am looking at my chops. Is this a buy low deal, buddy?
Absolutely. I mean, think about it. We all watch commodities. I mean, we all look at cycles. And when you start seeing folks, I mean, just Chesapeake on its announcement yesterday, Chesapeake, the largest natural gas independent producer in the United States, they are curtailing about 8% of their gross production, which translates to about 9% of the total production in the United States. If I couldn't see any place where you can start seeing the biggest guy taking a pullback and commodity prices going this low, it can't go much lower. And so, as you guys know, it's not just commodity price cycles or supply and demand. It's also a motivation from folks on the Hill, like the current administration, bless their hearts, could very well be the one and the impetus behind making a natural gas shift as being part of our long-term energy solution.
Well, speaking of our administration, we just blew out 15,000 jobs by not approving the Keystone Pipeline. Did he do that legally? Was that a real deal?
Well, it's interesting because we were watching this, and what they did in order to allow the administration to move forward on, if you remember, on the budget voting just a few months ago, was he had to make a concrete decision on the Keystone Pipeline. And ultimately, he could not base his hesitation or his decision based on any more environmental impact studies, based on any more red tape that the administration or anyone that he oversees does. And in fact, the State Department had already issued 3 environmental impact studies stating that the pipeline was safe, and then he actually cited that more environmental issues still needed to be completed, and that's why he was rejecting the permit at this time, which was clearly outside of what the original agreement was. And so I know folks are looking into any type of recourse, but as you guys know, what's recourse to the president? It's a long court battle at the best.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And the issue there was that it was sad because it seemed to me a no-brainer, to a shot in the arm for this economy.
Well, it's interesting, Sully, because guess where all that oil that's coming out of Canada and it's supposed to go to the United States to decrease our reliability on foreign oil, the folks that have claimed war against us, essentially, that now oil is going to go to China for their own consumption.
Isn't
it's
that
not
nice?
going to go to us.
They'll probably sell it back, though.
Many people don't know this. We produce about 37% of our own oil that we consume here in the U.S. We get another percentage from Canada and another percentage from Mexico. And
Correct.
Our whole percentage comes up to about 55% between the three countries of what we consume. So between Canada, U.S., and Mexico, we get about 55% of our oil right here within our borders of North American continent. However,
within our friends, absolutely.
If we could open up drilling like in Alaska, if we could open up what we saw here at the Keystone Pipeline, we could be inside, and this is not going to take long, inside of 10, 15 years, we could be 80 to 85% petroleum sufficient here in the U.S. And it's beyond me, Adam, why we wouldn't do that. I hate to get political on this show, but I'll tell you what, man. When it starts affecting your pocketbook, could you imagine what it would be like here in the States to not have energy dependence on a sandbox?
We can't imagine it, Sully. I mean, you and I, we enjoy something that third world countries fight for, and that's just to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
We don't understand that, and we'll never understand that until we actually see the type of rolling blackouts that we experience, remember, in Southern California.
And maybe that's what it'll take, right?
I hope not.
Yeah.
But think about this real quick, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but we're going to be transporting that oil no matter what, the stuff that's coming out of Montana and the Bakken.
Yeah, that's right.
Since we don't have this pipeline, it's now going to be done on rail. It's done via trades. Our friend Mr. Warren Buffett is going to benefit on that not exclusively, but that's something that, can you imagine what's going to be more safe from an environmental standpoint? Piping oil through tight pipes that are welded together securely, or you have a bunch of man-made apparatus that are loading onto rail cars and then sloshing around down the rail track to find the refineries. I mean, you guys do the math.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen, I got some breaking news here. Apple's earnings surged to blow out on iPhone sales. We were told that there was some tepid forecasts on because Apple tends to be conservative with their estimates. Mm-hmm. They blew the estimates out of the water. They saw their earnings more than double for the first fiscal year, reporting earnings. Their shares have been halted in after-hours trading.
Yeah.
Immediately following the news, because for the quarter ended December 31st, they had a net income of $13.1 billion, or it's $14 a share. Boy, Adam, is this company unstoppable or what?
Just killed it. I mean, absolutely murdered it. We were watching this right before I jumped on the call here, and we've seen about 18% of the S&P has reported so far, and we've seen that they're right in line about they're actually 0.4% out of line when it comes to their surprise numbers. Mm-hmm. But this is what we talk about, and something I try to leave with your listeners every week is that if you pick those companies, they will be outside of the average. If you follow the companies and you understand their niche and you understand their MO, and you can tangibly see that their margins and their product is going to have some type of leverage in the marketplace, you're going to see these things like this happen. And that's why we're always saying, focus on those companies, put your thinking caps on, don't let people think for you.
No, that's right. It's interesting because they all thought it was going to be that earnings were going to surge 57%. They surged 118%.
Yeah, I like that.
Double.
So people learn from this. Set the bar low.
Yeah, that's exactly.
All I got to do today is nap and have dinner. That's it.
That's good. Adam Connors, thank you, buddy. CK Cooper and Company. We'll see you next week. Hopefully see you in studio. Oh, my goodness.
How about that?